Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. So the DJI Fly app just became a whole lot better. They recently updated it, and that's what I want to show you today is all of the changes, the updates that came with this new version. Now when I say that, I mean all of the updates that I have available, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So they added some really cool things to this. The most important one is the ability to adjust the gimbal speed and smoothness, as well as the ability to adjust the yaw speed and smoothness, and that's going to improve our ability to get that cinematic footage. You didn't think I was going to make a video like this without saying the word cinematic, did you? So anyway, let's take a look at the most recent version of the DJI Fly app. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Nice to have you here again. And if you're here for the first time, my name is Russ. This is 51 Drones, obviously. When you're done watching this video, go ahead and browse around, watch some more of my videos. And if you find anything of interest or value, click on that subscribe button. Also, for additional content, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 51 Drones. So, like I said, there's an update to the DJI Fly app, but it's a little bit confusing, at least it is for me right now, because if you watch a video from another drone YouTuber called Air Photography, he lives in Canada, and his DJI Fly app has some more features that I can't get. Now, one thing I should mention, this update so far is only for iOS, but it is coming for Android real soon. So just keep an eye out for that if you do have an Android device. But for now, it's just iOS. And then also it looks like perhaps Canada has a firmware update more than we do here in America for the aircraft. Okay, so I just chatted with Air Photography for a little bit, and I think maybe we figured out what happened. So he downloaded a firmware update for the aircraft, for the Mavic Air 2, about 4 days ago. And I think that's why he has a different firmware for his Mavic Air 2. I think it was a mistake possibly by DJI, and then they took it down right away. So right now it shows that I have the current firmware, and I think the one that Air Photography has is a future firmware update for the Mavic Air 2 that wasn't supposed to be released yet. So if you want to see some possible future features that are coming to the Mavic Air 2, watch his video. So for the rest of this video, I talk about the software differences between what's available in the USA and what's available in Canada. That's probably not the case. The case more than likely is that he was just downloading the firmware at the perfect time and then they took it away. So I don't know how else to explain it, but I think that's what happened. If you pull up the About settings and you look at the aircraft firmware, right now, the most recent firmware here in America is 0100.0250. Now, if you look at Air Photography's firmware, he has a different number. He has an upgraded firmware and he lives in Canada. So I'm guessing it's just a regional thing or a country thing. I don't know. But with that, with his update, he has a few more features on there when it comes to the APAS and the obstacle avoidance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link for his video in the description. You can go ahead and watch that and see what updates are hopefully coming worldwide. But for right now, as of today, this date right here, we don't have everything that they have in Canada right now. So anyway, let me show you what we have here in America. There's two things. The first thing I want to show you is the battery indicator update. Right here, if you click in the upper right-hand corner and you click on that battery indicator, I'm going to go ahead and put the drone up in the air so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like. So let's go up and we'll go out a little bit here. And it should pop up here pretty quick. Let's go ahead and close it and bring it back. I think it takes a while for that to update. What's going on? Anyway, it's not showing it to me, but it shows you the amount of time that you have left until the return to home kicks in. It shows you how much time that we have left. There it is right there. How much time until the drone actually force lands. And then finally, how much time is actually left total on the battery. So really nice to have that detail. We didn't have that before. And so just having that knowledge gives you more comfort, gives you more security when you're flying your Mavic Air 2. So that is a nice addition. The next thing that I want to show you, the most important thing that I want to show you that most people are going to be excited about is the ability to change your gimbal settings, your speed and your smoothness, as well as the yaw settings. So we're going to go ahead and click on the three dots in the upper right hand corner, click on control, and then go to advanced gimbal settings right there. And that's going to bring up these new settings, and they're really exciting. I'm going to mess these up a little bit so you guys can see me adjust them. So there's pitch speed, which is how fast the gimbal goes up and down when you move the left wheel. When you move the gimbal wheel, how fast does it go up and down? So let's go ahead and show you that right now. Let's go all the way down to 1. And when I move the wheel to the left, it's going to go down extremely slow. And if I push the wheel to the right, it's going to go up extremely slow. Now that is much too slow. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's go all the way up to 100. And I'll show you the difference. Wheel to the right, wheel to the left. All right, that is much too fast. All right, so we can't have that. So don't do the extremes on these. What do I recommend? Right now I recommend a 15 on this one right here. So I'm going to put it at 15, show you what it looks like. Scroll up, scroll down, and it's nice and easy. It's very comfortable. Now these are not the best settings. I'm not giving you the best settings because there's no such thing. Everyone is different. I'm giving you my recommendation for where to start to find your best settings. And so that's why I'm giving you these numbers. 15. The next thing is pitch smoothness, and basically that's the brake. How fast is that gimbal going to stop when you let go of the wheel? So let's go all the way down to 0. Let's pull the wheel to the left, let go, and it stops immediately. Push the wheel to the right, let go, and it stops immediately. Okay, let's change it back up all the way to 30. Wheel down, and it keeps on going. Push the wheel to the right, raise the gimbal, and it keeps on going. So you can see, too slow, much too slow. So we're going to put that, where do we put it? Let's put that right at 15. That's right in the middle. That's a good number to start. That's going to give you cinematic footage, and you might want to fine tune it up or down according to your taste. So that's what I put it at. 15 looks like this. Let go, and it goes a little bit further. Go to the right and let go, and there it goes. So it's just nice and smooth. It's a good balance right in the middle at 15. Now the next two settings are going to change how fast your drone rotates or yaws. So turns to the right, turns to the left. That's your left stick typically. So you look at yaw speed. Let's put it at 20, and I'll move the stick to the left, and you can see nice and smooth, nice and cinematic, right? Move your stick to the right. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's move the yaw speed all the way up to 90. Watch this. Boom. Okay. Very uncontrolled, very quick movements, not cinematic at all. I know I keep saying the word cinematic. Sorry. But what do I recommend for this one? I recommend putting this one at 30. So we're going to put that right at 30 yaw speed. I'll show you what that looks like. To the right, to the left. Nice and smooth. And finally, let's go down to yaw smoothness. That's basically how the yaw stops. So if you put it at 1, it's going to stop, let go, and it's going to stop immediately. Go to the left, let go of the stick, and it's going to stop immediately. Put it all the way up to 100. Let go, and it just keeps rolling. All right, so much too high at 100. What do I recommend for this one? I actually recommend 20. So this is what 20 looks like. To the left, let go, and it just goes a little bit beyond when you let go of the stick. Again, cinematic. So those are my recommendations for the normal mode, 15, 15, 30, and 20. So that's where I would put them. That's my recommended settings for where you should start. Now again, fine tune to make these numbers fit what you like to see. Now, in addition to adjusting the normal mode, you also now have the ability to adjust these settings for the tripod mode and the sport mode. So that's really cool. These parameters are going to be a little bit different for these, just because tripod mode obviously is going to be much slower. Sport mode is going to be much faster. So these numbers, these ranges of these parameters are going to be different than the normal mode. So just be aware of that. So go through and adjust these. As far as my recommendations for these, I'm not going to give you these in this video because I don't want this video to get too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, my recommended settings for all three modes, normal, tripod, and sport mode, on my Patreon page. So go ahead and head over to my Patreon, click on this right here. That's going to take you over there, or I'm going to have it in the video description. You can click on that. That's going to take you to my Patreon. You'll see all of my recommendations. And so hopefully that gets you guys started, at least finding the numbers that work for you. So I'm so excited they brought this to the DJI Fly app. This is going to give us so much more control and the ability to get that footage that everyone likes to see. So if you have any questions about how I came to these settings, how did I come up with these numbers, let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer each and every one of them. Like I said, I hope we do get those additional updates to the APAS and the obstacle avoidance, because they are really cool. So check out Air Photography's video. It will be down in the description. And hit the thumbs up if I gave you anything of value today. I want to thank you for watching the entire video today. Have a great day. And as always, fly safe and fly smart.